Greetings. Yeah, no intro. No intro at all. Just straight in immediately. No messing about. I'm going to see if my sound is coming through for you. It is coming through. And yes, welcome everybody. If you're watching this after the stream, this is my first flight of the DC6. I'm just waiting for people to join. Now, okay, I have to be honest with you, okay? I had to fly it. I just took off. I started the engines very badly and I took off, okay? And I configured my controls. I haven't configured the controls individually. It's just one throttle for all the engines. I took off and that was it, just to start up. So I wouldn't be on the stream looking like a complete fool. I'd rather not know what I'm doing than, yeah, anyway. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off from Weston. This is in Ireland, in the east coast of Ireland, okay? I'm going to take off. Now, this is not the runway you should be taking off a DC6 in. I'm pretty sure, okay? And then we're going to land in Dublin Airport, which is just up the road from Weston. I've got 3 viewers on. Welcome. It's another surprise stream. The DC6 is out. The DC6 is out, and there's a very high chance of me messing this up because I don't know what I'm doing. No, I don't know. Welcome, viewers. What? Animated emojis can be disabled in settings. Why would I want to do that? That's just the chat there sending me messages. Now, so yes, I gotta make a video of this all day tomorrow. A review of the DC6. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, I'm going to have to repeat this later because people are joining. I hope you don't mind, those of you who just joined. Say hello in the chat. It's good to see you. Now, well, I can't see you, but you know what I mean. So, I'm here in Weston, and the reason I did Weston is I just wanted to get a feel for the size of the aircraft because I've flown out of here quite a lot. Like a lot over the years. So this is a little cubby poos. Yes, a little carbon Savage Cub. And this is the DC6. This is live weather, by the way, in Dublin, Ireland. And this is quite a sizable aircraft. I mean, look at it compared to the cars. Now, most of you haven't seen one of these. I don't think any of us have seen one of these in real life, you know. But they're quite big. I mean, these poor old cars here, they're going to get blasted out of it. They're just going to, well, they don't look very good. Let's not go too close there. So yeah, the DC6, someone's coming into land here and I only have live traffic on. My add-ons aren't quite working, unfortunately, so I can't see who's on. It is a bit dark in all fairness, so I think I'll brighten it up for you before I start the engines, okay? How about 12 o'clock? Pretty much the sun's at its zenith there. And let's get let's get some clear skies, just so you can see. No, Gripper Sim, clear skies. Now you can see, because I want to look at the aircraft close up. Okay. Yeah, people are coming and going to Weston. Very interesting. Now, here we go. Now we've got some proper lightage. This is a very good rendition of Weston Airport. It's a training school here. It's a very good one. It's recently changed ownership. I think it's been a few years, actually. It's very, very good. Very, very professional. If you're in Ireland, I think I could only recommend it. I could. Yes, very much so. So the DC6, folks. Hi, Ladasan. Hello, Commander Angato. Greetings. I'm just about to start the engines of the DC6. I don't know what I'm doing. I have an idea of how to start the engines. Now, it's interesting. I'll tell you right now. In 2000, look, I have to tell the truth, and I don't want to be bitchy either, unnecessarily. But look, it could have been anything. I remember back in 2007, I went to buy their 737, okay? And it was a Friday afternoon. There's someone, that's live traffic there, but I can't get the labels up for some reason. I went to buy the 737, and I hadn't got a clue. Fine. So I went to install it Friday afternoon. After work, you know, IT, it's tough. This is someone from Weston now. I guarantee you this is a student, because he's going to the parking area where they all park. Brilliant. I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, anyway, it was a long, complicated install, and you know I hate long, complicated installs. So I was angry and emailed them for support. I was very nice. I said, you got to do this, move the cyanide file here. And I was going, oh my God. It wouldn't work. And then they were gone, and I got angry the next day. I sent them another email. And I said, why do you make long, complicated installs? I just want to get going. And I was angry. And someone replied, says, well, if you're going to fly a complicated airplane, and if you can't install it, then you shouldn't be flying a complicated airplane. And my point was, I want to spend my time learning how to fly the complicated airplane, not learning how to install the complicated airplane. Maybe I was a bit too. So that just angered me with them. So there's no holds barred here. Let's have a close up now that you're all here, okay? Yes, Godin77 says, good evening, what a beauty. It is. It is stunning. This is what we weren't, I wasn't around then. But, you know, golden years of flying, when pilots were pilots are still pilots. Well, you know, airlines aren't airlines anymore. I'm going to do my usual and look close up. You know, it's not as good as Coronado or Just Flight there with the light. Okay. I don't know. I might. Close, far away. It looks great. Close up. No. No, why? At least delay it another month or two. Maybe they'll update it. Let me know what you think. I don't want to start bitching off. Now, there are good things. Mainly good things. There's some things that I'm just a bit annoyed about right now. And that's close up. I know we never look at the airplane close up. You know, I know that's a camera. If they move, I'm gonna be, you know, if they vibrate, I'm gonna be impressed. Okay, let's have a look at the prop here. You know, the reason I look close up is because when I make my videos, folks, there is Gibbo Ireland evening group where he says joined to learn, not what to do. Well, Gibbo, do you know what? When you the beauty of Flight Simulator is you can mess it up and not know what you're doing, and you keep doing that and you learn a lot. I actually learned a lot from Flight Simulator. But yes, don't do as I do. You know. Carl Fark has subscribed to Tier 1.
Crazy madness indeed.
Crazy madness indeed, he says. I love it. Carl Fark, thank you so much. He's subscribed for 2 months. Currently on a 2-month streak. Thank you very much, Carl Fark. It does help me when it gets me going. I love it because I can buy more of this stuff. I'm buying a new mic, by the way, guys. It's a real expensive one because sound is so. You know, I keep going on about sound in flight simulators, and don't I? I keep going ballistic if the sound isn't good, and I have to. Yeah, you get me. I'm just looking close up because my videos go very close up, and I like to show off the close up stuff. And I'm not really overwhelmed at the moment. Maybe they'll update it. Maybe I'm being a bit. Am I being a bit? Now I can tell you I was happy. I took it for a quick flight just so I could start the engines. Badly though, but I could start the engines just so I wouldn't look like a complete idiot. Now the beauty about this is now this is in 2007. 2007. I was just getting to learn aircraft and systems and things, right? Now that I'm kind of very familiar, right, with I've done they're called ATPLs. There's a lot of study in aircraft and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I like the springs they've done there. Look, it looks they have a mix. To be honest with you, okay, it looks like they have a mix, okay, of Asobo, how can I say it, assets with old Microsoft assets here, close up. I heard a bing there. Dougal McTavish has followed. Dougal, welcome. Welcome. I'm scrutinizing the DC6. And I'm just, at the minute, I see here the spring. Look at the spring, okay? Look at the spring here. That's perfect. But here, this is porty. This is old graphics. Okay, because I've looked at, I look at the landing gears of all the aircraft and all the details. So I'm hoping PMDG will be updating that. I don't think it's a priority for them, In all fairness, the priority is the systems, which brings me back to what I was saying. That's very good there. I like that. So I like to go close up. The wheels are great. That's a Sobo. You know, you can tell that's Sobo assets. Underneath, because I like to come out in my videos under the gear and see inside. No, that's not 2020. That's not 2020. I'm just getting a little bit upset here. Yes, I would expect some corners to be out to get a working model and save some costs, no doubt. It'll be updated in due course. I would say so, you know. But look, it's not a priority, I'd say, for PMDG, because what you're getting, I know what you're getting now with them, okay? And it's the systems, it's the logic of the systems, okay? So this can all happen later. It's just me and my cinema photography nonsense with Flight Sim. So those are the close-up. Are those curtains? What? Okay. Yeah, let's have a look inside here. Okay, we never sit inside here, but that's fine. I don't. But I'd like to my videos, you know. Anyway, yeah, this is there is some porting going on here. At least with the graphics. At least with the graphics, I have to be honest. That's how they optimize it. Okay, you know, Dougal says, well, that's how they optimize the sim. Fair enough. I won't go on about the graphics anymore. Now, from here, it looks stunning, right? It looks absolutely stunning. Yeah, when you're flying and you're learning the systems and you're flying Flight Sim and you want to go from A to B, you know, let it fly smoother rather than having lovely graphics. I agree with you there. So that's that sorted, right? I'm not going to give I'm going to forgive them for that. Now, sorry, I go back to what I was saying. So after learning how aircraft work and the systems and all that kind of stuff, there's an awful lot of logic that goes into this. I mean, this is why a lot of designers of the smaller aircraft, they may not go 100% with the realism, but I know PMDG do. So regardless of what I think back in 2007, right? The 737 was absolutely and completely and utterly stunning. I couldn't get over because I was learning the 737 at the time, and I just couldn't get over how realistic it was, you know, with all the buttons and stuff. And so much logic goes into these aircraft. It's shocking. That's what PMDG are famous for. So I'm not going to go on about the graphics anymore. Plus, who actually looks at the user, fix the gear and door? Yeah, you're right. Working in the car. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Who looks into the car at the underbelly? You're right. So that's fine. The graphics are fine. Now, I did take off, right? I'll be honest with you. I took off and I had a quick fly around. I broke some things in the aircraft. And I was going, oh my God, is this me? Or is this the systems in the aircraft? And I think it's just me not flying the aircraft because you blow engines and bearings and stuff. You could destroy the aircraft not flying it right, okay? Now, I haven't got a clue about the DC6. Okay, so don't shoot me down for not knowing what I'm doing. So I'm delighted so far, okay? I'm delighted so far. Shall we pop into the cockpit, right? Now, a few things. This is my first look, okay? It's a few things I noticed, right? Wow. I go right up close, and it's absolutely stunning, okay? Absolutely stunning. Look at the dirt here on the buttons. Obviously, they haven't done the same in the inside. The inside they've paid attention to, and I'm going, great, because that's what we see, isn't it? That's what we see. Wow. I mean, every single thing apparently works. Panel lights? Okay, I'll put them up. Every single thing works in this, okay? All the logical systems they're saying works in this. Everything. Now, I'm going to be a little bit of a cheaty booze. I'm not going to press Control E, though. No! Gripper Sim will not at all press the Control E button, I promise you. So I'm going to go over what I know, okay? Fuel, electrics, magnetos, etc. Okay? Now, I'm going to get some help. Oh, by the way, right, I haven't looked around the cockpit yet. I did see. There's the engineer. The engineer used to sit in the middle. I'm just quickly glancing at the... I'm just going to have a look. Evening all. D-Future's on. Hello, D-Future. Welcome. Ray Chandler, that's Dougal. He says, Fabio was on for 8 hours. Great. What, 8 hours? My God, is this streaming thing? I don't know how it works 100% yet, but it's amazing. This looks fantastic. What? Oh my God. These are engine supercooler control monitors. The buttons in the way off down here work, lads, for the engineering station. We have. Is there an engineering station in the back? I don't think. Is there? Is there? Is there? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, there's books. Look at look at that. Okay, so wow, that is the hat. He's got the books in the FAA DC6. Wow. The Davy Clark headsets are overrated. Yeah, they're Davy Clark. Everyone has. You see them all in the movies of Davy Clarks. No to Davy Clarks, I say. No. I say Bose are the best. So you have a pair. They're like 1,300 quid, by the way. Yeah, look at that. Oh man, look at the radios there. Is that a is that a radio? Does it work? Oh my god, does this work? Ah, gripper. I wouldn't expect it to. Look at that. Wow. Wow. So the engineer used to sit back here. He didn't. You see, there's stuff going on and things in the back here. That's impressive. I'm kind of impressed with that. So there's the engineer's seat. He's sat in between the two. Okay. Yeah, the three of them sitting there together. You don't want to have a bad breath on that day, do you? No. No. Absolutely not. Let me just get my view back. Back to here because I can start the engines. Yeah, so the cockpit. Wow, I'm just like breathless. Yeah, wow. I've got to get to the Airbus first, and I'm not even barely pushing that. I learned it all, almost. Now, okay, so let's get it started up. If one of these books doesn't say how to fly, I'll be disappointed, Ray says. Yeah, absolutely. You know. Now, I have, see the throttles here, I only have one, why did they just stop there? We don't know anything. I know nothing. Now, I tell you what they've done here, right? There is a pad here. I think you all know about this because you've been watching the videos. You can move the pad. You move the pad like that. I like that. Got so much stuff to see. Now, here is this the NFE? Okay, that's the guy that can help you, right? I won't worry about that just yet. Ramp manager, or you can have all the ground power units, the mechanic stands, oil plants, cover. Okay, great. Okay, great. Now I tell you what, right? You know when I review aircraft, guess where I go? I go here, and I go, wow! There's no checklist, right? Don't I? And I go, this is blah blah blah, and I go off about it, right? I'm not worried this time, okay? Because PMDG have done a little bit better here, right? Because there's an engineer, you can't do it. Took 3 people to fly this airplane. I know that much. But genius from PMDG, and there's even talking involved. So if I go before start, right? I hope the sound is. Let me check my soundage here on my little fancy Gizmotron. Let's just go down here. Okay, you'll tell me. You'll tell me. So before start, checklist, engineer, please go.
Cockpit pre-flight.
Oh, he's doing stuff and things.
Completed. Voice recorder. Tested.
Voice recorder.
Oil coolers and cow flaps. Auto and position.
Where are the cow flaps?
Fuel and fluids.
Where's he going?
Checked. Pressurization. Set. Manifold and duct pressure. Checked. Radios.
Wow.
Checked. Doors and hatches.
There's the cow flaps. Right. Is he finished? Why doesn't he say before start checklist complete? Oh, he hasn't finished yet.
Door warning lights. Out. Gear pins. Removed. 3 on board. Seat belts and pedals. Adjusted. Throttles. Set to idle. Propellers. Forward and 3. Before start checks complete.
I want to see what he's
Start
doing.
engines.
Before start checklist complete. Okay. Happy days. Now I have to do the rest. Okay. So I would like, you know, look, you can't get everything. You got to read books sometimes, folks. Yeah. Now, in all fairness, PMDG have great videos. I didn't watch them all. I will do, and they're really, really well done. That's from, damn it, Robert. Is it? Really, really good. Should be a Progo stick somewhere. GMG always carries one on board if you crash, but you want to go home anyway. Yeah, that's a possibility. We could be crashing, and I could be hopping home. You know. Right. Okay. Now, my turn. Now, mixture. No. You see, I know what they're doing. I'm going to be lazy, folks. I'm going to put all the levers forward, and I'm going to start with engine number at the right, at the left. Number 1. Okay, I know that's not how it's done. Forgive me. So mixtures. What is next? Props, he said, were fully forward. Magnetos. Now, the magnetos here are switches. We should start on 1, 2, 3. Engine number 3. I'm not going to... Okay, maybe we'll start on engine number 3 then. Okay, so that is... I want to see how it starts. That's this one here, isn't it? I want to see how that starts. Can we go in here and look from here? Can we do that? 100%. It's too sensitive. A little bit like that. You'll see what I'm doing now in a minute. Oh, it doesn't really change the sound. Okay. Great. All right, let's do what he says. Engine number 3 start. Now, we need fuel pumps to get fuel in there. Has he done that already? I can't recall. Number 3, he's done it. Okay, so number 3 should be down all the way, which is low. Excellent. All I got to do now is select the engine, which is here. It's on number 3. The engineer's done that. Do we need to prime it first? Start. I can hear it. Can you hear it?
3, 6,
I can hear. I can hear.
9,
7. No, it's 12 now. I should start a bit now. I like it. Oh, they've done the whole thing. The whole thing's shaking. Well done, PMDG. Look at that. That. Okay, I forgive you for the graphics, and I understand why. Okay, the graphics. They even got a bit of dirt there. See that? Now they can't have the smoke yet, obviously, because that's not in the SDK, and I understand that as well. But that's very interesting. Soaring AJ, 48 has followed. Soaring AJ, welcome. It's a surprise stream today because the PMDG DC6 is out, and I've started my first engine. Now let's go to number 1 now. I know I'm doing it the wrong way. Let's just get them all started. There's the gauges coming up now. Happy days, right? So now we want to get engine number 1. I know I'm doing it backwards. Number 1 on both, please. The boost or the pumps for the fuel on number 1 should be on low. So that's low. All we need to do is I'll just prime it there. I don't know what boost does yet. Start. You kind of know you've done it right when he starts counting down, and he's not counting down. Oh god, I could really mess this up now. I thought I knew how to start the whole thing. Number 1. Number 1. I thought I didn't select engine number 1. I'm a big idiot. Oh man. There we go.
6.
Is there anything to see? It just spins 12 times, doesn't it? You know, to lubricate the oil, the fuel. I do that manually sometimes with the cestus to get it started. Let's have a look. Here it comes spinning now. The whole cowling vibrates. I love it. I love it. Number 2, please. Number 2. There's the RPM coming up there. Now let's start number 2, and let's not forget the selector switch, gripper sim. Let's prime it there. How long do you leave that there for? I'll look it up. Start. Is there any indication there to see?
3.
Engine's moving around there. Jolo has subscribed. Jolo, welcome. Jolo, surprise stream this week. I'm usually on it Sundays. 2100 hours Irish time. That's London time. Around that area of the world. I'm very pleased so far, folks. Yeah, didn't start there, did it? What have I done there with number 2? Number 2 did not start. Select number 2. Yeah, you see, this is why I didn't put on the magneto for number 2. This is why we use a checklist. And you don't talk and chit-chat whilst you're in the cockpit. That's exactly why. And there you go. I see this stuff streaming all the time. It's absolutely fascinating. And that's why you don't chit-chat, only when you're in the cruise and nothing's happening. So, happy days. It's true. Sterile cockpit. I can't, and I don't even fly the jets in real life. Can't emphasize. See, I'm learning too. Did I put the fuel pump on? I think I did. I think they're all on. No, I didn't. Well done. Okay, let's see if I can get that right for the last. I'm gonna have to restart now. I'm gonna have to restart. Yeah. Oh dear. I gotta break the engine now doing this. Fuel pumps 2. Let's see if I can remember everything for number 4. Now he's counting. We know it's gonna work. Hello, sorry I'm late. Angry Aaron, you're never late. Anytime you're on, it's a good time. Angry Aaron, because I didn't publish. I didn't tell anybody. Usually it's Sundays at 2100 hours. This is the funny looking at 172 Dreadnought says. And we got number 2 started. Excellent. Cutting out. Let's finish off then with number, and then the madness will begin. Because folks, this runway is not long enough for DC6. It's not long enough. Right? When I go to Dublin or come back here, it's not long enough. So I might crash. I don't know. Let's see. Well, let's get the last engine and see if I can do this properly this time. Right? I wouldn't want to be an aircraft thief, would I? I'd be on the ground all day. Now, yes, there is such a thing as an aircraft thief, folks. Now, fuel pumps for number 4. Engine selector for number 4. And mixer is in already for number 4. Yes. I better make sure because I promise I get this right now. Prime for number. Okay. It's prime your poos. I don't know how you hold that down. And there we go.
3.
Keep counting. We got it right. Excellent. We are a go, folks. We are a go. Sainsbury Louis, or Lou, has subscribed. Welcome, Sainsbury. Welcome to the channel. I'm delighted you subscribed, and I think it's worth it. I will be reviewing this on YouTube. I'm going to spend all day tomorrow. I'm going to spend all day tomorrow. Okay, I messed it up. I'm going to spend all day tomorrow doing a kind of a review. Because I've got to study a bit too much. I messed up again. Oh God. Well, I need something else. So,
3.
fuel pump, engine selector,
6.
magneto, prime and start.
9.
Help! Doesn't
12.
make a noise there. I need to start. Please start. Please start. Hooray! Lisa says, sorry, Mr. Grip, you have failed your test. I have failed. I have failed. I have failed. So far, if you haven't bought this yet, the cowlings vibrate. Absolutely stunning. The sounds are stunning. They really are very good. They really are brilliant. So we're taking off. I think I would use this one. Take off towards the coast here. Crash. Okay. Right, back to the cockpit. You can blow engines and this is stuff. I haven't configured anything. I haven't mixtures configured. I just have my throttle, so I've got to, that's it. On one controller. What is the published start order? It's usually the left side. I can't say race because I haven't studied it as much as I should have yet, because I just downloaded it literally. Okay. Now, brakes are off. Oh no, let's tell the engineer what to do after start.
Start selected boost pumps.
I would like to see where he's going though. If I could just throw that in.
Off
Now,
and off.
PMDG don't know who I am. But
Plane battery.
if they had somewhere where you could see what they're doing, just a tip
Emergency lights.
for newbies,
Armed.
you know.
Ground power.
Ground power disconnect.
Removed. After start checks complete.
Dreadnought says you start with 3, 4, 2, and 1. I wonder why. Lots of YouTube. Oh God, should I review this so quickly? Okay. Now, great. Lights and stuff. I know there's more to do, but he's done it for me, which is bizarre. Okay, now, let me put this item here, over here. And let's taxi. Brakes off, I hope. Add a bit of power. Let's see what the sounds like outside, okay? Now you want to hear the sounds. Can everybody hear the sounds okay? You can all hear the sounds good? If you can't hear me speak, if you're not happy with the sound, I'm very happy to fix that. So I'm going to taxi forward and just have a listen to the sound. I'm going to go right down to the nose wheel to see how that kind of moves around. I want to see the braking system. Now let's add some power. Press the C button here. Make sure the window's active. Window's active. Press C. A bit of power. Okay. I like those little details, you know. I like the little detail there when I was testing the brakes. The way, you know, it juts forward. Let's do that one more time. Okay, but Madden power. Braking. You hear the sound of the brakes squeaking? Can you hear that? That is quite impressive. I'm very pleased with the sounds, folks. Okay, let's keep taxiing. We're going to take off 07 today. It's quite bizarre, okay? I've flown thousands of hours here from Western as an instructor, okay? And looking out, it's just bizarre. In the DC6. The DC3 flew out here. Who was DC3? Yes, there was DC3. Chap called Dave from Canada. A real Canadian, you know, bush flyer kind of dude. So I'm very pleased with the sounds. Do you want me to turn up the sounds of the simulator, folks, so you can hear it? I'll turn it up anyway, and then I'll wait for you to complain. Tesla 0885 says there's a giveaway for this plane. Don't have enough money for it. Now that's a good point actually you've made, Tesla, because it is $55. I thought it would be more. I was thinking 100 because that's what they used to charge for the 737s back in the day. Okay, but I still have them for P2D. Depends how much work went into it. I'd say a lot of work goes into this, you know. I'd say an awful lot of work to design something like this. But is it from the ground up? We'll never know. Judging by some of the graphics, I don't know, guys. Just about from the ground up. I really don't. But having said that, okay. So what do I do now? Oh, look at the way. By the way, look at the way everything's. Oh, I love it. Look at the way everything's vibrating. Even the control column, it's vibrating. At a certain... When I have it out of sync, everything vibrates. Let's hit the brakes again here. You hear that sound? John Buck says it's about 40 less than I expected. Same here. I would thought it would be about €99 or 80. And they've really priced it well. Well, when I say they've priced it well, it's not as expensive as I thought it would be. So, you know, that's really great. And I would say PMDG, knowing them, they do update stuff all the time, don't they? Don't they? Because I haven't used them for years, you know. So I'm very impressed so far. Okay. Now, what I was going to say, Okay, I wasn't too sure about the graphics, you know, earlier on, and little bits and pieces, but I forgive them for that. Easy for this. Cowlings move around. I love the sounds. I see there, it's moving here. When you go through a certain, see the guys who made this know, I bet you. When you go through a certain RPM, watch the whole dashboard shake. Look. Can you see that? It's very subtle, and it's absolutely stunning. That is absolutely stunning. Now, I'm not going to do the part checks before takeoff. Let's see what he says there. And before take, I love the braking sounds. I would say if I was in a boardroom with them, right? I'd say, can you not show newbies what he's doing, so he can do it himself? Read a book, you'd say.
Hydraulic system.
So I'm very impressed. Flaps. Oh. Let me see the animation for the flaps. Oh. See the animation for the flaps. Okay, the engineer's pushing the flaps down. There's the flaps there. Okay. That'll do. That's enough flaps. That's enough flaps. Let's go back. We're going to Dublin, folks, if you've just joined us. Okay. I'm still doing stuff. Brilliant. It's brilliant.
Mixture and cow flaps.
Cow flaps are down here usually. They're looking just in the mixture, look.
Set. Transponder.
There's the transponder up here.
On. Landing lights.
Transponder, let's put the landing lights on. There we go. Is he going back?
Extended and on. Before takeoff checks complete.
There we go. Before takeoff checks complete. Excellent. Do you know what? With what they... Where's the light? Oh, there's the light there. There's the light. I wonder is that animated? Probably. That is pretty darn cool. Are the nav lights on? When I thought I looked at the nav lights, I just would like to see them animated, you know? Nav lights, because I don't know where they are. I don't know where the nav lights are, folks. Let's not waste time. You're all gagging me for me to take off. So many buttons. Yeah. Switchy, flicky. Don't worry about the nav lights. Okay, let's take off. Brakes off. I don't know what I'm doing for those of you who've just joined. This is my first real flight in the DC6. It would be nice if... Okay, that's it. First flight of the DC6. I'm very impressed so far. Okay. With the little details. With the shuddering of the cowl flaps. With the shuddering of the instrument panels. When you go past a certain RPM. I don't have power checks of this so far, but I'm sure there is. You can do it yourself. But I have to say, for you newbies, okay, this whole iPad here for the engineer to do stuff for you is brilliant. Because 3 people flew this aircraft. I'm going right to the end of the runway. Because this runway is definitely not long enough for the DC6. Looks like a spaceship with all the buttons, Angry Aaron says. Yes, it does. It's the old school steam gauges. The golden days of flying. I'm just leveling. I'm just straightening up here on the airport here. I'm going to hit the brakes here again. I love the sound. I love the sound, I really do. Okay, any final words? Anyone? Any final words? Yeah, the accent there is South African. I wonder is it the friend of the designer? I don't know. Okay, right. Could you maybe do a low flyover my lawn, please? I can use some trimming. That DC6 looks... Sorry, that DC6 looks like a nice lawnmower. Well, Robert Thames said that. It may well be happening. I don't know. Nothing bad's going to happen. Right. Right, let's take off, shall we? I've got flaps. I have to take off straight ahead. Take the gear up first. And then the flaps. I can't see the set. We won't worry about that. I'll just wing it. Right, folks. Let's make sure everything's stable. Right, all the engines are in sync. Look at the way it vibrates. I love it. Just let me get that certain. See that about there. It's fine. I love that. Right, that's stable. Great. Full power. Feed off the brakes. I wonder will it steer with the rudder pedals. I don't know if it has nose wheel steering. I don't know how that works. I can hear shaking. Oh, even over the bump. Wow. The engines sound fantastic. I'm going to take a little bit of weight off the control column. Ooh, it takes off very quickly. Are you kidding me? No. Positive rate, no runway remaining. Gear up. Gear is coming up. Let's trim that and let you have a look. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Too late. You have to press the C button. I'll take a little bit of power back so I don't blow up the engines. That took off very easily. Stage flaps up. That did take off very easily. Right, it really did. How much fuel do you have on board? I don't know. I never check my fuel in Flight Simulator. By default, it's 50% on the Flight Simulator. Which is a good point. Maybe I should check that, shall I? Yeah, that looks all fine there. You know. Yeah, that's all. What's this? This here. What's all that? What's that, folks? You don't need all that. No. What's that for? I don't know what that there. Yeah. I think. I don't know how much power. I don't know how much. Oh, it's set it back. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Leave it there. Leave that there. Keeps resetting. I'll worry about that later. Okay, that says grip never runs out of fuel. No, not at all. Not at all. So, yeah, I know where I am. Do you think we should... I think we should come back and land in West, see if we can actually get this down. I'll take a bit of power off. We'll level off here. We're 2,700 feet. I'm going to level off. Oh, don't scare the passengers, Gripper Sim. And do you know what you can do? You can tell the engineer... Where was it? Cruise. Have a listen to this.
Set cruise power, please. Setting cruise
Your
power.
man here does all this, right? Captain's right there! The engineer just all the controls. What's he doing? What's he doing? You can see them moving here in a minute. Oh. I hear the RPM coming down, and I see the needle moving down, but I don't see what's being moved. Interesting. Let's get rid of him. I want to see the stuff happening and things. Get rid of him. I'm going to add on some power. Right. Engines don't sound very healthy. Don't sound very healthy. Okay, maybe it's just me. Now, let's have a look. Get the cruise. Tell the engineer to set cruise.
Set cruise power, please. Setting cruise power.
Look, it's bringing back the throttle slip. He's setting it up for cruise. Brilliant. There's Hothead. Right. I'm going to come out here a little bit further.
Cruise power is set.
They also have here, there is an old school GPS GNS 430. Which are very familiar. Well, I'm not very familiar with these at all. What's he done? He's doing stuff and things. We set it to cruise. Look, brilliant. Supercharger control. I don't know what that is yet. These radios I'm very familiar with. These are in all. If you go to any flight school, these are all over the place. So you get used to these. It's nice to have the modern radios, because I think back in the day, the guy in the back would operate the radios. As you saw, there's a kind of a radio stack there, I think. Right. I don't know what all this is for. Don't know. Superchargers I'm not familiar with. I did study them, but we'll kind of leave it. Now we're descending rapidly, I can see. But yes, a lot to learn here. There's a lot, folks. There's an awful lot, and I like it. You know, this you can really get your teeth into this. Let's start our descent. Not we have to descend a lot, and I'm going to go past. Where's Dublin Airport? There it is. There. Let's start coming down, folks. So descent, please.
26 inches, please. Setting 26 inches.
No, don't have the seat button on. I'm going to move around. Beautiful views. All the folks at home. Oh dear, I'm diving. Appear to be diving.
Engine low is low.
Oh, actually,
Low.
let me try one thing. Okay, I'm going to put it
Descent checks are complete.
to the left. Okay. Power back. Now it should straighten up. Let's put it in here. This is control over that. For the moment. We'll take the power back. Let's get some views here. There's Hope. Dublin is just over here. I see the runway there. Well, it looks pretty good, you know. That is, oh, here's see now I can't see who that is because for some reason my tags have gone. I have to remove. See, there was an update. There was an update. Oh, somebody's in trouble. Somebody. Their nose gear is only coming down. Yeah. I can't see the tags because I didn't remove the contents. I didn't remove the contents of my community folder before I did the update, so I have to remove them and add them. So we've got 2 followers. Sorry, I can't tell you who you are, guys. It's me. Right. It is stunning looking. I ain't complaining now. But look at that. Look. Wow. Huh? You know, that's all. What we did. Okay. I was talking too much. Upcoming flaps. Up the income. There we go. Yellow leafers flaps. Red one's landing here. That's why it's too big from here. Get him away. Where does it? What does he do? Does he go to the back and talk to the passengers and have martinis? You know? And does he sit there for the whole flight? Rural engineer. Those days are gone with engineers. It's a DC9 yellow shove. DC 8 or 9. Is it on 9? Okay, we're going to land at Dublin Airport. And seeing there's so many people on, I think what I'll do is when I bet you that's the other one there. I bet you it's here. I'm going to kind of visually find Dublin around here. But I have to say, as I'm flying here as well, okay, with my yoke of the yoke, it feels like a heavy aircraft with regards to the amount I have to move the control column. So, which is great. You can also make it. Can you make it disappear? I don't think you need to. No, you don't need to. It feels heavy. Shorter. Okay, it's fine. Going slowly in the weather. So it feels like it's less responsive. And that's what you're trying to expect, isn't it? Like flying or descending here. Descending. Push. Here. There's Dublin. Let's have a look outside here. Got the camera ready. Yeah. Here. Something with this nice. Hearing the sounds of the air especially moving from the villager. You know? Right, now let's try and get a landing done. There's Dublin. I'm far too high. There's the airport there. We're going to do stop and go in Dublin and go back and land on Weston, which is incredibly short. Will it stop? Nobody knows. You know? Who knows? Now I'm going to do an orbit around Hoth and come in and land. So landing checks, please, Maestro.
Flaps 20. Setting flaps 20.
What's at the edge of the window? It looks like something folds out.
20 flaps
You
set.
mean it's the
Mixtures rich.
iPad?
Auto rich.
Oh, turn it off!
Mixtures set. Gear up and down, please. Gear
See?
up and down.
Edge of the window.
Gear down and locked. 3 greens. Props.
Is there some
2500
visor here?
RPM.
You mean here? No.
2500 RPM set. Cow flaps. Plus 3 degrees.
3 degrees.
Cow flaps set.
That's really good.
ADI. ADI off. ADI is off. Landing lights. Speed good. Extending lights.
Oh.
Lights extended and on. Carbine. Carbine cold. Set cold.
Let's start here.
Before landing checks complete.
4 landing checks complete, folks. That is quite cool. Take a bit more power back now. I'm doing a left-hand orbit over Hope, and that'll bring us in finally for Dublin. I am now at 2,500 feet. I'll keep coming down. And on the pillar, he said. Sorry, he was asking me, is there something here? Oh, you can open the window when you're on the ground. Is that it? Window heat, maybe. Something's sticking out the snout. Oh, I lifted the PMDG on the window there, look. Very nice, very nice of the touch. They've even got dirt on the glass, folks, look. That's dirt on the glass, you know. And they look at the bolts in here. See, they can do it. This, we'll see when we get down on Dublin Airport there. What that is. I'd love to know what you saw the glass is sitting in the window. So anyway, detail 10 out of 10 for detail. Yellow Shelf says, yeah, I think so. I really think so. Lost Dublin. I think I know. It's kind of roughly up here somewhere. Another bing bing. Oh, we've had a few. Sorry about this. Yellow Shelf has followed. Welcome, Yellow Shelf. I'm delighted you decided to follow. Noobfire6125 is subscribed. And 6 minutes ago, Swim Wife Sharks, I think it is, followed. And Sainsbury 2 followed. 2 Cats, nice name, 2 Cats. 2 Cats has just followed there as well. And nothing bad is going to happen. Well, nothing's bad happened yet. He's trying to. Seems to reset it, I think, folks. Got to do it here. Okay, we'll play with that on the ground. Okay, so that's where that fuel's coming from. Nice one. Also, I noticed another good thing about these guys is that your seated position is fine. Look, if I hit the space bar, it's not too high. You can kind of pop over the top. I like that. That's another thing I like. You know, that's good. Where do you find the DC6? Yellow Shell says. Okay, the DC6 is a very famous company. Okay. Oh, I've gone past the airport. It's called PMDG. Put it in here. PMDG.com, is it? Try that, and if it doesn't work, someone will put it in the chat. PMDG, for those of you who've just joined us, okay? I remember them years ago, and they don't make a lot of aircraft, but the ones they make are really, 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 really good. It's called study level, right? Study level. I got the 737, 2007, right? 2007, and we were practicing in the sim to get ready for interviews, okay, for the airlines. And I would fly it in the simulator at home, and I pretty much know where everything is. And I do ILSs in it, and I do also some approaches and stuff. So when we get into the real big simulator that moves around for the interviews, I'd be at the top of my game. And since then I've always found ILS is easy. And with a bit of practice though, IR flying does take a bit of practice. You can be brilliant at it for 6 months. And if you stop it, you can be brilliant for a month. It depends. You're flying it all the time. And if you stop it, you forget. You've got to re-practice, you know? You've got to re-practice. So, so PMDG from that perspective was brilliant for me. Okay? Flaps coming down. It really was brilliant. A bit more power coming off. I'm guessing the approach speed for this, right? The stall speed is 80 knots. Okay? I'm too high. Oh, car's coming off now. All flaps. So I would say 80 and a third, at 100 knots. No, 100 knots, maybe 95. I'm guessing. You know, V stall plus a quarter, isn't it? Yeah. So here we come, landing. We're going to do, because there's so many of you watching. Brilliant. I'm going to do a full stop, a stop and go in Dublin. The thing spinned up. Now I'm way out of trim here. So I'm flying the Airbus. You've got a very flat approach with these. Oddly enough, why am I doing it so naturally? Is that a high approach? You should have a low. It kind of comes in quite low, I believe. I feel I have to put my feet on the rudders now. I really do. So we're coming into Dublin without permission to land. Yeah. Have I got the pappies? I have the pappies. Yeah, it's, you know, I've got to line it up really early on, folks. Yeah, I'm not quite lined up. Is there a wind on the right? Now we're on the pappies. So I'm pleased. Is the gear down? Yeah, that's what they had to put up in those days. I think they push it down, that red lever. I'm off the centre line. Now, listen out for the sounds, folks. Listen out for the sounds. I keep a little bit of power on. Just, oh, it drops out of the sky when you take the power off, folks. There we are, we're down now. There's the nose wheel and a little squeak. And that rumbling sound. Full brakes. I love it. It's like driving an old bus. That, brakes on, is really quite cool. I can pick the flaps up because you can take off. That was fun. That was fun, guys and girls. Robert Tynes says realism level, hierarchy 1, real aircraft 2, multi-million-dollar simulation 3, PMDG. Yeah, so PMDG aren't the gold standard. You know, I think I'm pretty safe to say that. There we are. Oh, there's one of the boys. We've got some followers. I can't get the tags, guys, because usually everyone I say who's on. You know, I say who's on, who's flying with us. Sundays, by the way. Sundays, I always stream on Sundays at 2100 hours Irish time local. That's 9 o'clock in the evening. That's in the early, it's about 4 to 8 o'clock in the evening. San Francisco? No, 4 in the evening. And 6 o'clock in the evening. New York, San Francisco. So, yeah, Sundays, that's in stone at the moment. So I'm always streaming on Sundays with Colonel Clink. And we have a bit of a laugh. I just do crazy stuff. Yeah. Not like my real flying. I actually take my real flying very seriously. I'm a very different person in the cockpit, as you see me now, because I'm relaxed. There's no risk in Flight Simulator. Oh my god, someone has to go around because I'm sitting on the runway. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's go. Let's play with the fuel and make sure we have enough fuel on board. Yeah? So, now, fuel, is that pulled out? Can I put that back in? Or did it back? Where'd you go? No. Oh, space bar. Yeah. Now, I like the way the seat position. So, Which engine? Tank 1, main tank 1, tank 2, tank 2, tank 2, tank 2. Okay, that makes sense. That's all logical. Pounds. Oh! Yeah, I kind of put them all out there. That wasn't very clever, was it? No, it was not clever. I think the engine stopped. That's engine number... No. I don't want to do it again. I tried to type it in there. I'd like to be able to type it in. Oh, you can go right down like that. Okay, I see. Pounds. Pounds. I want 60. Is that unusable fuel? Have I stopped the number 1 engine? No, I haven't. Anywho, I'm going to forget about that now. And I'm sure everything will be fine. How many pounds per gallon? 6. Hang on. In a Cessna at most, it'll probably burn about, in cruise, about 4.5 pounds per gallon. Can I have any less than that? 10. 10. Let's see what happens. Oh, I don't want to switch it off! That was me. Yeah, sorry folks. Let me see if it saves that there. Come on. Simulating loading up the iPad. So fuel. Right. We go back to. There's lots of stuff here. Overboost, mixer, oil pressure, green. Oh, that's interesting. There's a lot of stuff here. There's an awful lot of stuff here. Realistic engine damage. Yeah, that's going on. Yeah, we leave realistic start off for the moment. Realistic carb icing. Wow. Carb icing is a big thing in these type of aircraft. In cold conditions, if there's moisture in the air. Brilliant. Realistic CB failure. Excellent. Thank you, I'll have that. I don't know what the CBs are. The circuit breakers. Silence AP disconnect. Oh, that is realistic autopilot engaged. Sobo GNS 430. Oh. We can switch off the Garmin and have a radio in there. Very nice. Very nice. There's lots of goodies in this aircraft, folks. Are all engines operating normally? Let's put the brakes on here. Are the brakes on or off? Let's add up the power here. Everything's operating. They're all even. Okay, great. We're going to take off. We're going to land in Western if we can make it. Brakes are off. Full power. Brakes on. Now put an alarm. Yeah, an alarm. Just a bit of what's going on here. Why am I getting this alarm? I'm taking off very slowly. I'm getting sound. Oh, failure. Some sort of failure. V1, continue. Shit. Don't tell me the engine failed already. I'm on the pedals here. I'm on the rudder pedals. I'm on the right. More right. More. I want to keep that. I'm going to lower the nose a little bit. I think that number 1 engine did fail. Already. With 10 gallons of fuel. No, I don't want to cross control. Yeah, right rudder. Lower that nose. I want to make sure. Okay, so I have an engine failure. I know that much. Number 2 has failed. Let's just take our time. Let's just take our time. Let's go on. No panic, Mr. Mannering. Number 2. Number 1 has failed. Speed's fine, right? Let's get some rudder trim in here. Let's take the car back because we're fine now. We're safe. We're 160 knots already. That's all the flaps up there. Retrimming, picking a left turn for Western. See the way if I take my feet off the rudder pedals, it's going all the way to the right. See the ball here? That means we're out of sync and we're in sync. So we've had an engine failure and it says to me it is the number 1 engine. These instruments are instant to read. Is that yeah. So number 1 is gone. That's the fuel issue, isn't it? Yes, it's the fuel issue. So we get that. So that engine now. Problem with that engine, it's not feathered. Still spinning. How do I set it up? Where is control 1? I want to get down. So where's the feather? Where's the feather? Yeah. Let's see if we can have one engine not feathered. It's gotta be these ones. Number 1. And after that up, folks, is it here? It's fuel. Oh, we just have to go like that. That's Phoenix Park. Weston is off to my right. I'm going to stay in pedals. So, engine failure. And of course we know in the Sobo at the moment, or Microsoft Flight Simulator, it doesn't actually stop the engine spinning, and it may windmill, which is, you know, not so good. But I'd like to feather that engine. Can the engineer help? Because you have it in the engine failure kind of stuff going on. No, not yet. Not yet. So I just have to do the best I can and keep the ball in the centre. Okay. In fact, I could use the rudder trim, but we're coming into land now shortly, so I'd rather not. So we're flying it like we started. We've got 120 knots. That doesn't prepare for. Yeah, 2, 3, and 4 are fine. A bit of a steep turn there. Yeah, not what I would like. A little bit low because I can't see anything. So this, who said? Someone said 12 to 1200 meters would be a third of the runway length. So someone's saying DC6 landing just 800 to 1200 meters. Easy then. See, you get it in your head that you're flying a big jet, you know, and they're flying along, and they have swept wings, which means, you know, they're not going to be very good at slow speeds. I need to climb a little bit here. Excuse me. I need to climb a little bit to get up here. Wasn't the DC one with the outside toilets? Oh, this aircraft very well at all. It's a bit of work, you know. This aircraft, it is a bit of work, I tell you, and I like it, especially when one engine has failed. Yes, and the pilot doesn't have to can't find the lever to feather the engine. I'm looking for the blue lever, you see, and those blue levers are actually the carb. So where is the feathering to the engine? Yeah, or sorry, for the prop, the propeller. I'm lost. Damn it all to hell. Oh there, is it? Am I over there? There's Valdona's over there, so we're coming. That's right under the nose, I bet you. Well, the space bar isn't either. Peculiar. Okay, I want to put my head over the top. Now, okay, there, we're over the top of Western, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure over the top. I'm going to turn very steeply now, which I shouldn't really do. It looks to me, just because I know the area, okay? The aircraft way out of balance. There it is. There's the airport. There. Look, there it is. We're going to come in on 07. Take a left downwind, a long one. For 07. Happy days. So, engine failure checklist. See, no other aircraft. Can't do nothing. That engine is sticking out like a saucer now. It's just causing drag and dead weight. You know? Keep on those rudders, and speed is going well. See, I don't have my volume set up very high, hence I'm maybe raising my voice. So let's come back to about 120 knots. There, slow down. Let's stop it from descending. Let's go to 1500 feet. Thereabouts, trimming. When you're flying these, after a while, you know, I'll play with this. It's your view out here that helps you keep straight in level flight cruise power settings. We're looking out here. This here, we're descending 400-500 feet a minute here. See, that's the vertical speed indicator. So it's all losing speed. I think that's the gear now. Gear coming down. Your lights are here. Here in the middle. Transition there at the moment. Left turn now for the base. My height is dropping significantly. I don't want to descend that much. Just coming down to 1,000 feet circuit altitude roughly. 20 knots we have. Great. It's a bit of work with the little engine failed. You know, that's a little engine. It's engine number one. So I'm still not here to see. Let's just very high nose altitude now. This is absolutely apparent. Get up a little bit. Good. Just like a full power here. There we go. Let's see. My eyes on the run. This is all visual. So I can't move my head. This is the issue. There we go. I have an idea of where the runway is. Will I stop in time? I have no doubt I will. I have no doubt. So 120 is first stage of flaps. I hear another tone I don't like now. I hear another tone I don't like. Engine 4 has failed now. I think engine 4 has also... Shit! The engines are failing like crazy. Big problems. Take the flaps up. Big problems. All the engines have failed. All of the engines have failed. All of the engines have failed. Oh, crash, death, murder, kill. I burnt the bejesus out of the engines, folks. They had plenty of fuel. And I bet you I destroyed the engine. I must have destroyed the engine. They must have overheated or something. They all failed at once. This even happened to Fabio. Dougal says, thank you, Dougal. That makes me feel so much better. And it just dropped out of the sky because I was flying slow for approach anyway. And they all failed at once. Yeah, we're going down, folks. Oh my garby gar. Yeah, that's... let's just, while we're here, at least... I had the gear down. Yeah. Can I start the engines up again? Let's say it was an okay landing, right? What happened there? One is okay, but they all failed at the same time, one after the other. That's really cool. I didn't manage the engines properly. They overheated, and I bet you they seized up. Because there's things you got to do in these aircraft. Let's see if we can start it up again. I tried. I got to start number. Oh, that was off. I hadn't got the engine selector on, did I? I thought I might get one started, and then I'd make the runway. Let's see if we can start.
3.
The engine again. Let's see if it starts. I will take off from this field and then we land into Western. I don't think it's going to start. This is fascinating. His failure was he hadn't selected auto rich. Well, I wasn't very high, you know. It looks like I got everything on here. Let me just check now for all the pumps and stuff. So not like the last time. So we have the fuel pumps are on. I can't see next. I can't move my head. Little bit. It's on low, right? They're all on low. The magnetos are all on both. That's here. Maybe I should prime it, boost it. Safety switch here. Okay. I can hear and hear the engine ticking over now. can hear the first officer flicking buttons there. I heard buttons flicking there. I don't know what that was about. So these switches flicking back again here. So yeah, I think what happened there is more than likely, you know, I have screwed the pooch because I burnt the engines out. Some reading is required, folks, in this aircraft. So that's very, very interesting. I'm going to restart that because I think it's bad to end a stream and a crash. But there you go. That's how realistic it's got to be. I didn't keep an eye on the gauges. There was no warnings there. It's an old aircraft. The gauge just goes into the red. It overheats the engine. It heats up. I didn't even have the cowl flaps open, did I? You know, could overheat. God knows. But I think what we'll do here is I'm going to do a quick landing. I tell you what we'll do. I know what we'll do. I know what will happen. We're going to do an approach into somewhere crazy. Right, I'm going to set up approach into somewhere crazy. Where would you like to do the polish off the stream, folks? Would you like to polish it off in some crazy place? There was one. I know the Nordic countries are that update has been on today in the Nordic countries. Is there any cool? There's the feature. Is there any cool? That's Carl Falk that was with us, and Barry Best. Barry, welcome. You're welcome anytime. Anyone? Any suggestions? No, okay, I'll just pick one then. We are going to land the DC3 in one of my favorite airports, which is going to be, you know where I'm going. You know where I'm going. I don't think I know where I'm going. Lukla. I'm going to set it as arrival. So the engine will be started. Oh, do features as Bravo India Sierra. I'm going to quit out now and start that. Alright, it's going to take too long to load, isn't it? Sorry, D feature. Flight of Fancy said Jersey. Calfork says KTCV. Is this in the Nordic countries, Calfork? Because you might. Is that in the Nordic countries? Sim was auto rich. Yeah, I'll have to learn about that. Okay, let's change the time. I'm going to do a little bit of review piece of this. Reviewy poos. Yeah, that's going to work. That's not going to work, is it? Where is Lukla? Should be head ups here somewhere. There is Lukla there. So, this is the airfield we're going to. It's the highest and one of the shortest in the world. It's got quite an uphill. Quite an uphill, you know. It's quite short and narrow. That's where we're going. Microsoft just gives a straight on approach. We're going to come here. Yeah. And we're going to see if I can get it in. Sim Swims Swift Shark says, I lived in Nepal for 4 years. Wow, really? 4 years? Wow. Gears down. All engines. Are you kidding me? And more engine failures. I've got. Well, they're all out of sync. Oh, what's going on here? Manifold pressure number 2 is no good. Number 2 has failed. Number 2 engine has failed for some reason. Be quick, person, be quick. Let's try and start it up again. Number 2's failed.
3.
No bother.
6. 5.
A lot of work to be going into this aircraft.
12.
All the cars back. I am accelerating like nobody's business, and that is no approach. I didn't give myself long enough for that approach at all. You need to just get that organized. You need to get the aircraft. You need to get the aircraft set up. Number 2 is gone. the mole's having problems. We're very high. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Flaps 20. Setting
Real
flaps 20.
key. I need to lean the mixture, folks. Okay, let's do it live. Yeah, it's just the levers. I need the levers to get to the levers quickly. Because what's happening to us now is we're so high, the engines are beginning to fail one by one because they're not getting enough air. And there's too much fuel going into cylinders and the engines are failing. This is bad for me, but brilliant because it's so realistic in PMDG. Really, really good. See, I didn't think of that. So I've got 1, 2, now 1, 3, I think. 1, 3, engines 1 and 3. I just have to wing it. I just want to do a landing. Yeah. I can't even feather the props because I don't know where the damn levers are or how it works. But it's very simple, you know. Is the gear down? Gear should be down. Let's check. Nope. Yeah, it's coming down. Down here. Come on. Do you know why the gear is coming down? Because the engine that operates... Oh, all the engines are gone now. All gone. The engine that operates... the engine that operates... All the engines are stopped. Sometimes in some aircraft, like the certain critical engines on board. Nuclear was a bad idea. But that's brilliant because some aircraft, you've got certain... It might be the left engine. And without that, you have to use a pump. Because there's usually an automatic kind of hydraulic stuff going on there. So that's fantastic. And that's what was happening there. But I don't have the mixture set up for the stream. So let's get, what was the idea there from Bravo India Sierra? That was deep feature suggestion. So we're going to go in there. So let's go back to the main menu very quickly. So what do I think of the aircraft in general? I'm very pleased with it. It's very impressive. I'm hoping to do updates for the little bits and pieces. It would be nice just for the newbies. Because when I think back, aviation was so alien to me. Flying airplanes is so alien. And when I saw something like that, I went, nah, never mind. I wouldn't have a clue. I don't have the time for that. Right? People they don't have the time. They always say, I don't have the time for flight sim. So I would say it would be brilliant if some of the flight simulator designers, with the checklist that PMDG, with the engineer thing, is the best idea they've ever come up with. It's brilliant, right? If they would just let you know, right? So you could have a look and see what the engineer is actually pressing, like highlighted or something. That would be wow for newbies, you know. EIIS. That would be really cool to get the new people coming online. You know, that's what I think. That's absolutely stunning. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do this approaching here into Iceland. Set as arrival and fly. At least we have the air. So anyway, I'm impressed. It's typical. It's more than I thought I would get for my $55. I think that the engineer thing was ingenious. That was the best idea because it's complicated, and all you need to do is flick a few switches. Oddly enough, I found, because I started simming way before I started real flying, it's crashed. I just started again, no bother. When I first started flying, before I first started flying, there'd be jets like this, airplanes like this, not as good as this, but they'd be complicated. I just don't have the time. So I'd leave it and I'd go back to it and I'd learn a little bit and I'd go, oh, this is interesting. And the more you learn about it and the more you know what's going on and what buttons do what, etc., the more you get into it. It's a weird kind of reward. It's not an instant reward because we were all used to playing these video games, these platform games, you're jumping around, or Space Invaders or Pac-Man and all this kind of stuff. And other games like that. Flight simming, I discovered that I can get from A to B now. Wow. So it does open this world for you if you're thinking of getting into simming, especially with the Xbox coming out, because you don't have to buy an expensive PC. The rewards come with time and learning about it. And the beauty about it is you're learning something. You could be sitting, going to holidays in an Airbus, for example, and you're going, I could fly this if it works. You could, right? If you're very good in the sim, you'd land it, you could, so it's quite impressive. So I'm very pleased with the PMDG, and I can't wait. I cannot wait for them to come up with 737. Really. I really can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it now. Angry Aaron says, it would be cool if there was a co-pilot in the seat and you could see him clicking the switches. Yeah, that'd be great. But then, maybe it'll ruin the frame rates. But maybe in the future, that'd be great, because you could see as a newbie what he's doing, and then you'll just pick it up. It's the same thing every time. You just pick it up. But I have to say, compared to the old days, you hadn't got a clue what's going on. The airplane was there, and that's it. And then YouTube came along, and people started making videos, and it makes it all the better. So if you're a newbie to flight simming, don't find it intimidating. I just want to get a nice landing in here before I go. It was good that it crashed, because it shows that it overheated the engines, most definitely, or something to that effect. Must have. Not that hard to fly back in those days. I think DCS world, when you're flying these warbirds and stuff, you can overheat if you have got the throttle on full power for too long. Just destroys the engine, and that's how it worked. Any dates on the 737 release? Not that I'm aware of. I don't think there's any dates in the 737 release. I'm just reading the comments there. Brilliant. So we're streaming on Sunday, myself and Colonel Klink. It'll probably be the DC6. I'm going to make a video on the DC6 tomorrow, starting tomorrow. It usually takes me 2 days to make a kind of review video. Now, I can't review every single, well, you can't review every single button and switch, but I can have a good look into it. But so far, it's going to be quite a good review, for sure. Now, let's go back into, what was it, India. Let's have a look at Bravo, India, Sierra. Bravo, India, Sierra. Great. That's good. Let's select that. Go. Thank you. Set as arrival. I'll just make it easy for myself. We're going to arrive in here. Well, let's fly. Let's just change the flight conditions here, and so I don't have to flap around with the actual time of day. Close and fly. So our last flight in the DC6. Now you saw what happened to the engine failure there as well. One engine failed, and of course, you've got, if you're looking, there's 4 engines. Okay, this one fails here, right? The center of gravity is in between these 2 fingers. This engine fails, and of course you get a yawing moment, don't you? So what happens is you got to put rudder to stop that, and lower the nose and things like that. So, and that worked very well. It keeps crashing on me because of what? Yeah, damn. That's the second time it's crashed now. I wonder, is it that runway? Yeah, this is streaming for you folks. This is very annoying. That's twice as crash. Bravo, India, Sierra, was it? Okay, well, let's do Bravo, India, Sierra next time, when this darn thing loads. So good. Swiv Sharks says he lived in Nepal for 4 years. Fascinating. And tell me, what were you doing in Nepal for 4 years? Climbing Everest? Did you not get to the top 3 years in a row, and the last year you got to the top? You wouldn't leave until you did it? Who knows? Let us know what you were doing. Any dates in 77? No more comments. No more comments. Keep those comments coming, because I'm cringing. I'm cringing. I'm cringing because Crashed twice. Yes. Yes. No. So I've run out of things to say. Oh god, checking for updates. Yeah, you don't have to spend an hour doing that. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Come on, I've been streaming for 1 hour 30. Community folder, conflicting D-Future says, yeah, you know, I should have done that first. That should have been the first thing I've done. Let's move everything out of the community folder. Pop it in again. It'll probably crash it now. But we'll see. What I've done in the past, I always take it out, update, and then put it back in again, but I didn't today. Flight Simulator. I'll show you guys if you have this problem. If anyone doesn't know. Community folder. So I have mine in an M.2 drive. Flight Simulator. You'll see here my community folder here. I'm just going to pop it in here. I'm going to move it actually. That should move it. Yeah. Oh no, hang on, cancel that. Let's just get everything. See, I've got quite a lot of stuff in there. Okay. I thought the stream crashed there as well. Let's cut that. Cut. And then pop it into community old. Control V. Okay, I'm going to cancel that because I was foolishly. Now you can see this actually happening in real time. So, for those of you who are unaware, when there's an update in Microsoft Flight Simulator, make sure it's shut down. Not like me. I have a backup community folder. In Flight Simulator, there's a community folder. I have also a community folder .old, and I'll tell you why, because it did it. It did it. So you move everything into that other folder. All I do is cut that and put the rest into community old. And we're good to go then. I don't want to put it in another folder. I just press Control V, can't I? Edit paste. Where is edit paste? I'm a Windows person. Community. Oh, I've done it. Have I done it? The PMDG is probably gone. PMDG. So many files here. Did I go in or did I put it into another folder? This is the risk. I can't see any P's there. Have I stuffed it up? I put it somewhere else. I bet you I put it into a folder. Oh, D-Future 100 bits. Thank you very much. Angry Aaron says, do a sing-song. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare do a sing-song. I bet you I put it into one of these folders here and I can't remember which one is because I pressed Control V and had one of them highlighted. You know? Can anyone see it there? PMDG. I'm presuming it's going to go under P. But that's all that's there. I stuffed it up, folks. I bet you. It's in there somewhere. But anyway, that's what you do. Not like what I've just done there. Not like what I've just done there, but it won't take too long to install it again. So I actually have the download file. Let's see. I wish it would be a bit quicker in loading, especially for streamers. You know, it must be terrible for streamers when it crashes for them to, you know, be sitting here planking it, trying to come up with something to say. Get the hot tub, says D-Future. John Buck says, just had my first flight. Boy, she is really, really heavy at slow speeds. Yes, you'll notice because the slower you go, there's less air going over the ailerons. So you've got to move more in the control column to get the same effect as you did when you were going faster. Slow flight, you know, sloppy controls. Yeah. So that's what I was trying to say, and you've said it very well there, John Buck. You could feel that it's a heavy aircraft when you start to slow down, you know. And another thing I've just popped into my head there. We were coming into land there at one point, and I took some power off, and it just started to drop. Do you remember Flight Simulator used to be or can be at times, or maybe they've fixed it in the last update. It was very floaty. That was not floaty on the PMDG DC6, was it? It wasn't floaty at all. So that pleases me as well. So what I'm doing here is when I'm streaming, I'm coming up with things in my head for review, you know. I'm going to point out the bad and the ugly. On YouTube, all you can do is tell the truth. But there's no real bad and ugly here. You got to balance it up, don't you? You know, you can get brilliant graphics and then terrible performance. I didn't notice any drop in performance there. You know, I didn't. I think we were coming into Dublin, maybe that was a scenery change or something, and it just stopped for a second and then it went on. But other than that, it was running perfectly smoothly. You know, I didn't notice any slowing down, any jutteriness. It was actually very smooth, the whole experience, you know. I would have ended the stream, but only I crashed on finals into Western. And I just have to end the stream on a landing. Now, you see, I kind of thought I got myself out of a hole, but I know what I've done. I just know it. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. I stuffed it up. But it won't take long, okay? Yeah, I stuffed it up. I put it into one of those folders. I put it into one of those damn folders. Because I'm an Apple man. I use Apples more so than I do, much more than I do PCs the last 15 years, I'd say. Now what I'm going to do is, because I've installed it already, it won't take long to download it again. Now I'm going to make sure I don't give away any codes. Yes, so I'm going to run the exe again. It doesn't actually take too long to install. I'm just hoping it doesn't ask me for a whole lot of codes now. It probably will. Then I have to look up stuff. Yes, please. Of course, it wouldn't insist on putting it on the main screen. So sorry about this, folks. I just want to finish. I've stuffed it up entirely here. I'll try repairing it. Yeah, I know what it's doing here. Excellent. So it sees that I've removed it. Fair dues, actually, PMDG again. I've stuffed it up. I put it into the wrong folder and it goes repair. And it just puts it back. They thought of everything. And saved me an awful lot of bother. There you go. Done. Update successful. All fine. Yep. All that stuff. Checking for livery update. Okay, I don't need that. Finish. And let's start again. Bang. So, all good. We'll be back up and running now in a minute. I'm sorry about this, folks. I didn't need to crash. I didn't need to stuff it up. But that's what happens. You know, that's what happens. Let us have a look here. While we're waiting, okay? While we're waiting. What do you make of the trailer for Top Gun for Microsoft Flight Simulator? I don't know, you know, are we going to be able to have dogfights? Free expansion coming fall 2021. Now, when they say expansion, it gets me to thinking, you know, I presume it's going to be in the, it is actually going to be in the Xbox as well. Here is the Xbox mission trailer. I know you've probably seen this 1,000 times, but I want to think your thoughts on it. When they say expansion with regards to, would you go away, please? When they say expansion with regards to the Top Gun for the Xbox and PC versions of Flight Simulator, what's involved in that? Are they going to have missions, bombing missions, or is it going to become a little bit of a combat sim if you want it to be? It opens up a lot of questions, doesn't it? So I'm very curious to see what happens in the fall. Or it's going to be Christmas, isn't it? So Xbox, yeah. It's going to be the same, they say, you know. I don't know about the third-party add-ons like FlightSim.to. They may have something else figured out for that. But it's going to be big. It's going to open up an awful lot. Is that music too loud? Can you hear me? It's going to open up an awful lot of flight simming to younger people who can just about afford an Xbox. Because it's expensive. You need a big PC to do flight simming. And it's really an older person's game. If, you know, it's hard for a 12-year-old to get his hands on a PC. It costs hundreds or thousands of euros. And I'm delighted it's going to get an Xbox. A whole new group of people will be into flight simming now. Especially when Top Gun comes out. They're all going to be want to play Flight Simulator. And they know it. Genius. Microsoft genius. For the first time, after only studying marketing for 6 months in America, I'm impressed with Microsoft and their marketing. I really am. So there you go. We're loaded. Oh, I covered that basin. There we go. The DC6 is back, and our runway was. Oh my God, what was it? Where was it? Where are we? Someone suggested an airport. It was in Iceland. Yes, it was in Iceland. I think I remember visually. Yes, visually. Iceland is here. Did you say here? Oh no, I thought they had new airports in Iceland. Was it Bravo India Sierra? Bravo India Sierra? No? Yes. Okay. Great. Set as arrival. Now, I'm not going to end the stream until I have a successful landing. Oh, everyone's there waiting on me. Look, there's all the boys. Aren't they with someone else? Yeah, lots of people there. So fly. Are they waiting for me or sort of the streamer on? Usually when you see a big group like that, you know there's a stream going on. I'm in the North European server, by the way, if you guys want to join me on Sunday. Achailat says, do we know if PC yokes and peripherals will all work on Xbox? This is going to turn into kind of a bit of a chat. Why does it keep crashing? Do we know if PC yokes and peripherals will all work on the new Xbox? No, they will not. There are some. Honeycomb. There's a new one coming out. There are controls coming out for the Xbox for Flight Simulator controls. But there are some out there already. Thrustmaster have a few, so I must look that up and find out, you know. Why is Flight Simulator crashing on me? Any tools, anyone? Okay, that's PMDG, that's fine. That's the only thing I have in there. Any guesses, anybody? Did you delete your cache file? No, I did not. No, I did not. Okay, so I'm going to close down Microsoft Flight Sim. Did I even kick it off that time? No, I didn't. This is the last thing you want to do in a stream. This I was playing for about 40 minutes before we came on, you know, going to different airports. I'm going to have to delete the cache file first, end task. So we've got to delete the cache file as well, which is where? Where is the cache file? Do I have to go into Flight Simulator and delete it? I think so. That's from LTAR 8800. I think I go into Flight Simulator and delete the cache file. Am I right? It's a bit of pity with Microsoft because every time they have an update, every time the risk of something like this happening, thank you. Altair says, yes, you delete the data in the settings. Every time there's an update, this happens, you know, and I wish they would take the frustration out of it. I'm a little bit au fait because I'm from an IT background way back in the day, but some people are not. And I wish they just kind of have a workaround for this kind of stuff. You know, if I was less patient, I could get really frustrated because I'm trying to stream now. And I've been doing this for the last 10 minutes. We're almost there, folks. We're almost there. There's lots more beeps. Jamie Dannon has subscribed. Let me go back a bit actually. And there's L French. Brilliant. Let me go back about an hour ago. Sean, did I mention you? Did I mention you guys? Did I hear it? Two cats followed. Inquire Like Brown. Like Bourne has subscribed. Dave Allen subscribed. Sean Castellello subscribed. Deep Future has used 100 bits. Cheer. Thank you, Deep Future. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Those bits, you know what I'm going to use those bits for, you don't you? If I ever get bits, I'm going to save them up and we're going to make someone's day because we're going to raid their channel. Jamie Dundon has subscribed. And La French Bonnie has just become a member. Oh, wow, really? Oh, wow. Thank you, La French. That's a membership on the YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. Wow, that's great. You were one of a very high thought of bunch of people. La French Bonnie, brilliant. Also, guys, don't forget you can join us. I'm always in the North Europe on Sundays, 9 o'clock Irish time. You can just join us on the North European server. Usually, I send a text to Twitch, Twitter. Twitter, not Twitch. Twitch. I always get the two mixed up. I send a text on Twitter, and I sent a text on Instagram. Where we're flying, and that we're on at 2100 hours Irish time, which is 9 o'clock in the evening Irish time, which is about 4 in New York, 4 in the afternoon, and about 6 o'clock, 1800 hours in San Francisco. Yeah. So thank you. That's superb. That's great. 1st of September, those of you who've seen my latest video, it gave me a chance to play around with workarounds for the iCandy and stuff like that. And I was chatting about 1st of September. I'm going to do the review now for tomorrow and Sunday for the PMDG and probably release it on Monday. It's going to take 2 days. It always takes 2 days to make a video. Like 2 full days. Not 9 to 5. It's like 9 till 10 or 11 or 12 or 4 in the morning. So I'd like to get that out because it's such a big aircraft, you know. Yeah, 2 days for one video. But look, it has to be high quality, doesn't it? So we're here, aren't we? Darn, where was it? Oh no, hang on. Oh, go back. Delete my cache. Delete my cache. Carl Fark wants to be a friend. Carl Fark, I thought you were my friend anyway. That's bizarre. Anyway. Now, delete my cache is in options. I haven't done this for ages. I haven't done this for a long time. Settings, data. Rolling cache file you're talking about? Turn off my rolling cache. I turn off my rolling cache. Yeah, delete it in data settings. So it is the rolling cache. Altair 8800. Thank you very much. You may be there. Some time to time, stuff and things happen. Bad things happen at the stream, and always someone in the chat has saved the day. They always save the day. Who was it? It was Aerox saved the day one time, and that was great. Now, what was that airfield? Let me see if I can remember. Was it? If I can't remember, I'm going back to Weston. Bravo, Indy, Sierra. No, Sierra. We have. Bing, bing. And the French Brownie has followed. Brilliant. The French Brownie is both on YouTube and Twitter. Excellent. I'm delighted. I'm delighted to think it's worth your while. I do try my best. Look, there's everyone waiting for me. Look. Is that? Oh, it's the new airport. Yeah, we're going to start. We're going to set an arrival. Okay. Fly. That's obviously a new airport. A very popular airport. Usually on the streams, everyone's waiting for, because Sunday everyone knows I'm on at 9 o'clock in the evening, and they're all waiting there for me, you know, and you can see them. It's great. It's great. We all have great fun. You know, it really is hilarious. So hopefully this won't. Hey! Why? why not earlier on today when I tested it after the update? Why not yesterday? Why not? Why now? Why now? John's, maybe there's too many people in that particular airport. I'm going to be here all night now. I'm going to fix this. I think it might be that airport might be booking out because there's so many people in it. I'm guessing. I need a drink of water. I was only going to stream for 20 minutes just to show off the PMDG. Yeah. Angry Aaron is laughing his head off. So is La French Brownie. The Future is saying, John Brook mentioned above there was issues. Oh. Jean Book. Did I miss your comments entirely? Jean Book, looking at the forums, there's a CTD issue in multiplayer if someone is in range as a DC6. Jean Book, thank you so much. And you know, I don't know how, so this happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I re-watched the stream and there was 3 or 4 people and I don't know how I ignored them. I don't know how I ignored them. It was just bizarre, but it happens because there's an engine failure or something, there's a storm, you know, and I'm trying to deal with it and I miss a whole raft of stuff, you know. So I think as I continue streaming, I'll get better, I hope. Akai Lad says, carrier landing challenges. He's referring to Top Gun. Maverick, the movie. Maybe. But a DLC, it's their first one. See, okay, I'll be honest with you. I think in my head, right? In my head, they're going to have this part of the world that's in war, right? And they're going to have it like DCS World. And I know. I'm hoping for the best. But a DLC, they always give out landing challenges, don't they? But carrier landing, do you know what, Akai Lad? You could be right. There's some carriers around the world, and you get the aircraft. You know, you get the aircraft. I think Flight Sim have never. Well, I know that they have never brought any combat to it whatsoever, and that's not going to change. If you want to go combating, DCS World is your man. But I was going, oh, what are they going to do? DCS World is fantastic. You know, it really is. If you don't know what DCS World is, look up DCS World on YouTube, and you'll know all about it. If you're after you've watched Top Gun, you're going to want to play DCS World. Rani Drock. I had crashes with PMDG starting at night. Try starting in daylight. Okay. And he's saying, Gripper Sim, try starting in daylight. It has these. Okay, I'll start in daylight. Thank you. I will do that. Now we're going to go back to Weston. I'm going to approach into Weston, and we're going to finish where I started. I'm going to get this approach if it's the last thing I do. Yes. No, that's not where. Where's Weston gone? There we go. Set as arrival. I don't know which arrival. Oh, it's going to bring me in from the west or from the east. Okay. All right. Make sure I start in the day. I've deleted the cache and there's no other DC3s in the area. I'll get a nice evening look for you folks, yeah? And I think I'm ready to go. Well, La French Bonnie says, well, good luck. Good luck. We're all counting on you. Like from the airplane movie. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, fly. I need music. Dun, 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 dun. I need that kind of TikTok music or something. You know, that stress music or high tension music. I need to. That's what this stuff I'm doing. Because you know, after the DCS video, you won't see me until September 1st, except for Sunday's streaming at 9 o'clock Irish time. Because I want to set up things on my stream deck. I want to press the button and a little bit of sound there, maybe the Yoda talking or something, or maybe even the likes of Norman. Norman and I did Homer a bit, but I think Norman's better than Homer. Yoda has to come back. Sir Chancellor has followed. Sir Chancellor, welcome to the stream. You've not missed much for the last, God knows, 20 minutes. Because it keeps crashing. There's just a few bugs I think that I'm getting from the chat with DCS, but nothing big. Nothing with the airplane. The airplane's fantastic. Just if you load someone else. Do you know what? All right. That is superb. Thank you, Bonnie. And thank you, thank you everyone that helped with that. Right, we're on approach from west for Weston. It is a little bit muggy. Why is it muggy? Blue clouds? Really? Okay, we'll leave it like that. Interesting. This does not look like a straight on approach to me. So I've got all my engines working. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. No, I do not. Why? What? Oh, man. Okay, let's just check that it hasn't saved the last station of fuel. Yeah, I got fuel. I've got fuel. I've lost engines. Have I? I've lost number 2. I have definitely lost number 2. Left rudder. I've lost it straight away. Lost all the engines. Again! Why won't anything work for me today? Just had to reinstall bogus. Control C. Does this mean nobody else can fly to DC on Sunday? Oh yeah, good point. Good point. Number 1 is the only one that's working? No, number 1 is... Those dials are interesting. Anyway, I've lost an engine. And the engine appears to be... Let's not panic. RPM, is that high or low RPM? Okay, number 2's gone. Number 2 is gone. Gear's down. I'm taking the gear up. Engine number 2 is definitely gone. I'm not getting any power. Yeah, it's falling out of the sky, folks. It's falling out of the sky. Let's just straighten up here. Heads have come loose. Yeah, we're falling out of the sky here, folks. We're getting below. Falling out of the sky again. Let's control E. Okay, there's something up. All the engines have gone. All the engines have gone. Yeah, there's going to be things like that, isn't there? Maybe it just doesn't quite work at the moment. You know, every time there's an update, you know, I was on approach there, but okay, let's get this right here, because I think it's more than just those few bugs, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to control it. I'm going to take off. No, actually, we'll start off with the runway. I'll take off and land. That's what's going to happen. Because I started on the approach there, and everything seemed to be messed up a little bit, you know. Let us start on the runway. Actually, let's go to 25. We'll start here. It's fine. 07 is fine. All the engines will be started, and there'll be no fluffing around. Davo453 says, when did this start? No one tells me anything. Yeah, Davo, I tell you, I didn't. It's a random stream. Which brings me back to the first when I was talking earlier. I'm after the PMDG video. I'm not back till around the 1st of September. Okay, and during that time, I will be streaming on Sundays as usual. But all the engines have stopped now. But I'm going to be back on the 1st of September, that Friday, with videos and more streaming. I have to get a schedule there. Trolley. So it just shut off there. Usually all the engines are started at the beginning of the runway. Now press Control E here. I don't know if that will work. No. Control E isn't working. There's a lot of boots here, and I can't see their tags. Of course I can't see their tags, because I've disabled it, I bet you. I might have to do it manually. I think we'll have to start it up manually, guys. Let us go to our start.
Cockpit pre-flight.
Okay, let's get him to do all his stuff. I am straight away. Oh, he's turning them all off. Let's make sure
Completed.
the boosters are on. Low,
Voice
are
recorder.
they? Now they're all off.
Tasted.
Put those on.
Oil coolers and cow flaps.
Let's put the
Full tank
magneto.
position.
I'm going to be just very
Fuel
quick with this
influence.
now because it's
Checked.
getting ridiculous.
Pressurization. Set.
Engine selector onto 1.
Manifold and duct pressure.
Prime it.
Checked.
Let's
Radios.
start. You can hear the engine
Checked.
starting.
3.
Hope I'm not too early. So yeah, there's Control C, is it? Okay, hitting Control C.
Door warning lights. Out.
Let's start it.
Gear pins.
Okay.
Removed. 3 on board. Seat belts and pedals.
I'll try Control C.
Adjusted.
No,
Throttles.
that's my basic controls for the throttle. Let's just keep doing it this way. There we
Set
go.
to idle.
Start him up. Oh no, yeah, number 2 is fine.
Cars.
Great, great, great.
3.
Oh no, it's not starting either.
Before start checks
Control
complete.
C is not
Start engines.
doing it for me. It's opening up my controls here. Okay, that's number 2. Right, we're getting somewhere. No, we're not. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten, folks? Have I forgotten something this time? Mixture? He should have put them all forward, and he did not. 1, 2. Darn it. No, I want the other one, please. No. Thank you. Whatever you are. That carburetor's fine. Right, now that'll start. This is all problem solving. Let's go back to my normal view here. We're going. This happened before, and I wouldn't stop the stream until I got it working. And it's the same thing. Now let's start number 1. Everybody pray for me.
3.
Now we know he's counting it. Please start. Why don't you just set the startup straight, ready for takeoff and reload? Well, that's what I did, Flying Pirate. I did. You know when you start on the runway, all the engines are running? Not in this case. Not in this case. Did I put the fuel on? No. No. I'll try it again. If you go to the taskbar and just let the game do it. How do I do that? Yeah, they should be up to... They're up to rich, no? Oh, auto rich. I can't. I think they are. They're at auto rich. Now they're not moving. Control C. No, that won't work. I thought it was Control E, no? No. Boost. Yeah, the boosts are on. I'm only after starting it up there earlier on. Twice, I think. They're all on. Let me just make sure. Oh, come on. Yeah, they're on low. I could put them on high. I don't think that'll make a difference, though. You know? There's other blue switches down here. Isn't there somewhere? They're on. You have to have the boost switch on.
3, 6,
Right, the fuel. Mixture's
9.
on. 1 and 4 are not rich.
12,
Guess who's been flying the PMDG? The engine pattern start is, yeah, I know, I just want to get this started. I am, what was it? 4312. I'm at a loss here, folks. Just for the moment. Let's have a look here. Why with this? I just started it up earlier on, didn't we?
cockpit pre-flight.
It worked nicely for me. Let's just let him run for the pre-flight, because in all fairness, I did kick off everything.
Completed.
I did kick off everything.
Voice recorder.
The start before.
Tested. Oil coolers and cow flaps. Auto and position. Fuel and fluids. Checked.
Okay.
Pressurization.
Fuel and
Set.
fluids checked.
Manifold and duct pressure. Checked. Radios. Checked. Doors and hatches.
Check for engine damage. I wonder if it holds fog of war. He says check for engine damage. Let's have a look here. Maybe it could be
Door
something
warning
like
lights.
that.
Out. Gear pins. Removed.
Okay.
3
Let's
on
check
board.
that out.
Seat belts and pedals.
Manager, no.
Adjusted.
Fuel, fine. All loaded up with
Throttles.
fuel. That's for soft maintenance.
Set to idle. Propellers. Forward and 3.
Repair engines, gripper sim, because
Before
I
start
busted
checks
them in the
complete.
previous
Start engines.
flight. Yeah, let's top up full of oil. Yeah, thank you very, very much, Fog of War. I remember you being on before, and you were very helpful. Let's just make sure everything's good here. 2 hours 50 frame time. Now, okay, let's try it one more time. So are the mixtures put in the right place? So what he's done, let's follow the order, because I think this may become a thing with me. Pen, paper here. The engine startup was, what was it? Where's it gone? 1. Engine 4, 3, 1, and 2. So he's got number 4 ready. Am I correct? That looks like he's got it there on Rich. Now, just let me try something here. Okay, it goes all the way up. Okay, so that's it. Is it? Okay, I thought you'd be able to. Anyway. Okay, so let's kick that off then. Let's the fuel boost pumps are on to be on low. He's got number 3, so we're starting number. Why has he got number 3 on? And not number 4 then. So maybe it's number 3 you start first. That's okay, D Future. That's okay. So it looks like it's number. Has he got number 4? Yeah. So he's got number 3 selected here in the sim, right? So I'm going to start with number 3. I'm not going to worry about it. I just want to get the damn thing started. Okay. So that's everything done there. Let's just prime it. Pop the. I don't know what the boost does there. Start, and let's hope if this works. It's because
3,
the engines had failed because I burnt them out.
6.
And that's why they wouldn't start after I even started the sim. Oh, the fireflies are here. Fireflies are here. We all hail the fireflies. Please start. Hooray! So. Yeah. That's. Oh, sorry. The startup sequence. The startup sequence, Eltar says, is actually 3, 4, 4, 2, and 1. 34211. So that was correct. Okay, great. Thank you very much for that, Eltar 8800. These guys here, if you're new to the channel, are called the Fireflies. Flying by. I need to get my tags back so we can see who they are. Great. Back into the cockpit. Now we want to start number 4. I'm learning a lot. I told you, I learn on the streams. You guys are way ahead of me. Number 4 is next. So we put the magnetos on both. We will make sure that the boost pump for number 4 is on low. Make sure we've selected the correct engine, which is number 4. The magnetos for number 4 is on both already. Okay. And if I get this one right, I should get a little medal. Now I just need to start prime. Boost. Start. Let's go have a look at this. There he goes. Come on, baby. It's like those movies when the bandits are running towards the aircraft and they're trying to start up the engines before the bandits, get to the airplane. This is talking about. Second start, I guess I've done something wrong. Is it? No. Why can't I do it right just once? Number 4. What have I left out? What has one left out? It's something oh. Can't believe it. Damn you, Gripper Sim. Right, they're all going up. Well, up you go. I think it goes. Well, yeah. Up you go. The whole lot of you. All of the mixtures are going. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't. Yeah. This is why you use checklists. Oh, now we're all gold. Okay, so. Oh, wow. 4, we have to do prime, yeah, grand, boost, and start, bam, and that's definitely going to work this time. Nothing bad's going to happen. Everything will be fine. It would take me months to learn this one, the feature says. I'm just trying to start the damn thing. But it kind of makes logic after you kind of know. This is the start now. Okay, let's be quick. I'd like to just start them all at once, but you can't. So we're looking for number 2 now. Mixer solid rich fuel pump is number 2 is on. Anything else? The magnetos for number 2 is on both. I've done the mixtures. The mixtures are rich. We give it a prime. We give it a boost. We give it a start. Jays, come on, Mr. Puppy engine. Let's rock and roll. I still got my curtains, but I forgive me for the curtains. No, forgive me indeed for the curtains. This is not just a quick flight, like. You're not just going, yeah, we're starting on off we go and do a landing. No. I love the way the engine vibrates. Fabulous. Right. Did anyone see the prices on the because I was watching the website for the PMDG to come out, and did you see the price? It was $1 million for a while there. I was a little bit nervous about that. You don't need to look outside for that unless you want to look outside. We like eye candy, don't we?
3.
Eye candy. All 4 engines are going to be started. So yeah, it can change the damage. Brilliant. That could save me an awful lot of looking it up on the web. So yeah, great stuff. 54. It's funny how they come up with $60 and now it's on special. It's just come out. been published. You've been published, David. The one is going to pop up all day long. All day long! What have I forgotten to do this time? What have I forgotten to do? Fuel is on. Right? I have the right selector on. And the magneto was not switched on. And that would make perfect sense. No, luckily guys, you didn't start properly because Thomas says you didn't put the bloody magneto on.
3,
Yeah, start. Ah!
6,
There you go. Look. Do you see that? That damn ghost. The ghost. See? I don't want to... See, when I hit the buttons, I make the mouse disappear so I can move around. Sometimes that flicks the button on me. Do you know? Maybe I didn't. But sometimes that happens. Anyway, it started. At last. We're on 07. We're going to take off and land in Weston as quickly as humanly possible. And then I can get a cup of tea, toast, and get ready for Sunday stream or my video tomorrow. Right, okay, happy days. Brakes are off. Flaps are one stage. They're all down. Right? Oh, my side tech isn't working anymore. Great. These are the flaps there. No. Up. One stage of flaps, thank you. Brakes are off. And we're moving. Full power. We'll just stabilize it first. And full power. Oh, number 3 is not coming up. You see that? Number 3 wasn't coming up. Down here. And number 2. What's going on with number 3? Number 2, see that? That's the mixture, I bet you. That is the mixture. They're all up. Up. What's wrong with number 3? See there, I'm looking here at these gauges here. They're all in sync. See, manifold. Now they're okay. Look, no, they're not. What's going on there? Only him. No. Either way, number 2 and 3 are. It was working there earlier on, you know, Robert. We'll just take off into the power, will we? That is something I gotta figure out, look. I can't even use it, move it with the mouse. Come on. Very. See that we just stopped there? The controller mapping. Well, it was fine. We did reboot the system a few times. I have it on my hot disk DC6. And there's all the axes there. Yeah, that's all fine. So that's not an issue. Yes, you're right. What is this? Something new, folks. Something new. This is just not like an Airbus at all. I want an Airbus. What are those red things? Get away, red things. What are these? What the deuce? How do we get rid of these red things? Can I get a view there? Yes, nice one. You spotted very well. That's Thomas again. What are these red things? Get rid of them. I want it out of my life. How do I get them away? See, they're blocking the other ones now, are they? See, they're blocking 3 and 4 now. This is like a game. Now they're blocking 1 and 2. So what is that for, and how do I get rid of it? Get rid of the red thing. It's the red thing. Why would they do this? Why would you have such a thing? Why? What's this devilment? What is this witchery? What is this witchery that... Is there a thing here? No! Not you. The red things. That... What the deuce? How can I flip them up? Anybody know? It saves fuel. Because so the dummy doesn't... It's to stop the pilot from putting on... It's like a special pilot. Is it like some sort of special pilot? Like for special people? Is it like, you know, putting a... I don't want to do that. Is it like putting a fork at the... You know, a cork at the end of a fork for the pilots? Doesn't that thing on the left flip them? That's what I'm looking for. On the left, right, left. The left. This guy here, maybe? This one? No. No, no. And now the control column isn't working at all. I am very... Yeah, but I can't move the damn controller out of the way. Now my controller is out of action. Can I use my joystick even? I can't even use my yoke with the yoke now. See the controller isn't working? This is just a ghost. This is a haunted airplane. It's the thing on the left. Thing on the left. Move the control column out of the way. Yoke with the yoke is somehow... Oh, I should... Hang on. Hang on. It's my controller. Where's my yoke with the yoke? Where's Yoko gone? Yeah. That's fine. Guys, my control column now isn't working. I can't even get off the damn... I can't even... Why? Let's put it over here. That might help. Everything's fine. I'll go ahead and start the engines. Damn you, PMDG! You're doing this to me. They're doing it on purpose. For revenge. So. This guy. Davo says he's going to have to buy this now. Get away! Stupid red bar. Go away! What? This guy? No. Oh, throttle lock. Is that it? But it's still there. Now my throttle's not working. Oh no, they're not working because... No. Throttle lock. Parking brake? No. No, it's not the parking brake. Move right. Oh, is it this little... No. I don't know what he does. Oh no. Why did this happen? Why you... It's right next to your seat. Is that not the... That's the brakes. This thing here? That's the trim wheel. That's the brakes. Down. Oh. I see a lever. Please. Oh, okay, hang on. Down. This guy here. That is the most cleaner. Here. That interesting. So that is some sort of, you know, is that just someone you said that? Yay! What is that? What? That is interesting. Much. Why would you do that? Anyway, I will not display my ignorance. Okay, we'll get off the ground, I promise. I know it's been hard. I know everyone's tired. It keeps the controls from fluttering on the ground. But why not for all 4 engines? It's like a steering wheel lock, I think. But why for just 2? And why can you select from 2? You know, why? Sorry, guys. I'm making you dizzy. Why? Why? Would you... Oh, for taxiing, maybe. I'd say nothing. Oh, what am I... It's the ghost mouse again. So when bad things happen, you know why. And, okay, let's just go. Right. Brakes off. Moving power up. Power is stable enough. Number 3 and number 2 aren't quite in sync. But let's just go. Full power. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. I swear I'm not doing this. The brakes? Okay. Oh my... Okay. Full power. Okay. Brakes are off. I'm getting an alarm. And I'm full power. Look. Okay, we're... Okay. And you were just going to stream for 20 minutes. Your van do this. Van Gaming says. Let me just go back. Let's say we're chugged. I'm going to sort this out. I had full power on there. I really did. And it just crawled along. You know? It just crawled along. And I didn't pick up speed. So now we're in more problems. Right, so let's put the brake on. Okay, what's going on here with the power? Manifold's good. Where's the RPM though? RPM is not really... I bet you it's the props. And I can't figure out the props. Let's get some help. Before takeoff.
Boost pumps. Boost pumps on low. Fuel selector and crossfeed. Main tanks and crossfeed
If he
off.
doesn't push that
Autopilot
much
and
power and does it very slowly.
Off
Oh,
and
the
cold.
engineer.
Hydraulic system.
Well, yeah, I didn't
Down,
run through that bit
forward,
actually.
Pressure and quantity
And I
check.
did earlier.
Okay.
I ran to the whole
Flaps 20.
sequence for the engineer the first time. I went before start, after start. Sorry, before start I started it, then after start, and then before takeoff, and then that was it. So that's
Flaps set 20. Windows and turbine.
what's happened. I'm presuming this here is for the pitch of the props. So the props are now feathered.
Closed and on.
So they're not
Controls.
pushing through the air. So I'm just gonna wait
Gas
for him.
tank released. Free.
I can't move them. Yes.
Detonator.
You know,
On.
I just have to
Mixture
run
and
those
cowl
checks.
flaps. Bridge unlocked. Set. Transponder.
No,
On.
I'm pushing the straws here.
Landing lights.
So this thing here, right? I get you. This is the because I couldn't move my controls. Remember? So this is the control lock. See, I couldn't move my controls,
Extended and
and I must have hit it by mistake.
before takeoff checks complete.
At least I've learned something new. I hope some of you. Come on, go in there. Yeah. So there you go. And you don't want to do that during flight by mistake. Now, hopefully that fixed our problem. RPM. No, 1500 RPM only. No, it's not going above 1500 RPM. Would be easy to steal, no. But where are the... Yeah, one's given out. Now number 1 is given out. Number 1 stop. No! Oh my god. Check the center pedestal for the prop control down near the mixture. Oh, Rough Edge, you have been... I mean, it only came out today. We're fair dues to you. We've probably had a few by now. I can't get off the ground. It was so easy earlier on. And it was fine. And because I haven't gone through the stuff. This means, check the center pedestal for the prop control down near the mixture. For what though? Prop is right next to the throttles. White ball with a P on it. Oh, okay. Okay. And what does he do? Oh, that's the prop. That's for all the props. Oh, yes. So it's just one lever then. It's just one. See, I'm learning now, folks. This is great because you're all so helpful. Rough Edge. Prop is so that was Eltar. Prop is right next to the throttles. White ball with the P on it. So this feathers all the props, does it? Or maybe you can select each prop to feather. I don't know, but that's the end of our problem. I won't go beyond that. So are we getting... Okay, we're getting good RPMs now. Interesting. I just have to restart number 1. Sorry about this. Ladies and gentlemen, apologies for this delay on the runway here. We're just having issues with the pilot at the moment. He's just figuring out the aircraft, and you know, please bear with us. Making jump. Number one, start over. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, the pilot doesn't know what he's doing. So we have to restart number 1 for some reason. I don't know why. Brem Gaming says this looks difficult, but it's fun.
12.
It's hilarious. It's great. It controls all the props. Brilliant. There's number 1 now. Kicking off. You can hear it brilliantly. The sound is fantastic. It's fun. Now, you know, a few YouTube videos, watch a few streams with people who don't know what they're doing. They learn everything by watching them squirm. So now... now we're going to get to take off. Rough Edge says, if the D6 is like the DC3, there'll be a button feather for the props on DC. The feather button is on overhead. Okay. I'm thinking of engine failures because you've got to feather the prop. I hear bing bing. Jim K23 has subscribed. Thanks, Jim. Jim IK23. I call you Jim if that's okay from now on, Jim. Thank you so much. That's great. Right, now, after the last 35 minutes of trying to get started, we're about to roll on the airport. Gripper Sim has finally figured out. It was fine earlier on. I don't know what I did wrong. We're about to take off. Very short run in the DC3. And Big Papa Ollie has followed. Big Papa Paulie has followed. I'm about to take off in quick circuit, and then I can go to bed, get ready for making the video about this tomorrow. Yes, right. Embarrassment. Okay. So I'm putting in, just making sure everything's stabilized. Brakes are off. Yes, that looks okay. 1 and 4 aren't quite up to scratch, but that's fine. Full par. Yeah, we got the props. Good. Feels it's taking a while to take off. We got the flaps down. Yeah. 07. Airspeed's alive. We're coming up to 80 knots. Okay. Well, I'll just take a little bit of back pressure off the control column. Oh, it gets very ruddery here. Oh, barely up. How's the right gear up? Gear should be coming up, I hope. I've got lights. Good. Perhaps we'll wait till we're about 300 feet. Hang on to your speed at 165. Really? Yeah. It has a very shallow takeoff. It's not like an Airbus or 737. And I'm gonna fly it at 140-ish, between 140 and 120, because just doing a circle. So is the gear up? Is there a way to confirm the gear is up? Is the up? Yes, it is. Flaps are coming up. Oh no, my sidekick isn't working. Brilliant. No, not down. No! Up! You use the mouse wheel for the flaps. I know I shouldn't have taken them all up at once. I know that. But I just want to get... all I wanted to do was after it crashed and all the engine failed, I just wanted to do a landing to end the stream, and I've been here for an hour and a half, lads. Flying speed is 165. Thank you. I will remember that for the next time. Altair 8800. I've gone a million miles away from West. I can't. Sorry, guys, that you're flying along with it. I can't get the tags to say who's with us. Could you keep it on? Oh, look at park. Go park. Go park the climb, please. There we go. I think we're in the right place. Let's do this. There we go, we're downwind there. Climbing up 2,000 feet. I'm going to go to 1,200 feet. Just for development, I'm too close to the runway. We're on a left downwind now. We should start configuring for landing. It's like too fast. I'm going to level off there and tube power and trim. Maybe a little bit more power off than that. Okay, happy days. It does take a bit to turn around this aircraft, so I'm going to come out a little bit. It's a cell bridge, and then there's Manuke up there, there's Manuke there, and there's the motorway, the M4. No, I don't touch the rubber strip, please. So we're going to come down. I'm going to do a nice tight turn, and in that turn, we're going to lose some speed. In fact, I'm going to lower the gear now because it takes a while to come down. Here. Down? Coming down? Yes, here's I have to press the G button. Brilliant. Sci-Tech doesn't work all the time, does it? No. I'm losing altitude. No! No to losing altitude. 1,000 feet I said, and I want to stay at 1,000 feet, and I want to keep the speed about 130 knots for now. In fact, I'm going to go back to 100 slowly when I level off. I'm guessing now where the airport is, and that was J-Mike70 who just followed. J-Mike, greetings. I know exactly what I'm doing. Everything's going to be fine. If you've just joined us, I know where I am. The spacebar doesn't work anymore, so I can't see. There's the runway. Oh, great. Yeah, that's fabulous. Yeah, we're going to be up here all day, folks. I'm going to fly like a stone. I lose the speed of the turn. Oh no, it doesn't work like that, does it? No. Now it's gone all over the place. So this is going to be a scary one. Give me those flaps, please. No, the other way. See, I'm looking in now all the time, and I'm missing the runway. Danger, 100 knots. Get those pops turning a little bit, just keep them spinning. This is not... I'm using loads of rudder here, full rudder. I'm going around. I'm going around. I just can't. You're up. Nothing's happening. Yeah, maybe it's best not to. It's not like a Cessna, is it? Take them all up at once because I've no lever. I've no physical lever working. So yeah, that wasn't. I've lost number 2, number 4, and number 1. I've lost engines. I've lost engines again. I've lost. Why did that happen? Why? Just steady now. Steady on. Is gear up? Yeah. I've lost engines again. Come on. That's right. I've lost a lot of power. Anybody know why that is? I've lost an awful lot of power. I've lost a couple of engines. I've lost engines on the left. It's because I'm putting in right rudder, and I don't want to put in too much right rudder. Yeah, I've lost. It looks like. What's this? Get those flaps up. Flaps up. No, not down. Up, 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 up. Here's up. I'd love to leave now. I'm very. I'm shitting it now. Okay, fuel flow number 1 is gone. Where's fuel? Okay, so it's just one engine's gone. Okay. We've lost number one. For some reason. I don't know why. Oil temp is high. Don't know if that's why. Could be. You see, I don't know how to manage the engines in this. You can't steal one of these, folks. I see there's HP. That's a factory there. Deal with Packard in Ireland. So the runway should be there somewhere. Right. I'm going to take a right-hand orbit and climb, but I have a bit of power. Now, because there's only one prop lever here, right, I don't know how to feather one engine. Up here maybe somewhere? No. We've got an engine failure and it's not feathered. Which is not a good thing. Now we're safe. I nearly crashed there, folks. Only one engine. I was slow anyway. I swear to God I'm not doing this. It's like I'm doing this on purpose. Right there now. Not too fast. Take the car back a little bit. Now I've got some sort of control. Is that loop in there? Okay, just getting close to where I am. Let's cheat, shall we? A little bit of cheatage. Okay. It's looking the wrong direction entirely. Okay. Feel power coming back. I can hear the sound. Okay, that's fine. I'm lost, folks. I'm lost because I can't move my head. Too slow. Full power again. Not a good idea to be lost when you have an engine failure. Above the throttles. Here. With the cow flaps. I just want to get down. I really just want to get down. I want this to end. There we go. Run downwind. Okay. Oh dear. Now, let's get above the throttles. Red S label levers, props, I think. That's correct. This one here, but it does them all. It's gone now. Where is it? It's behind the other knobs. But there's one for the props, and it seems to do them all. Above the throttles. And here. Really? Oh, that's fuel, I think. I think I should concentrate now on flying the airplane, seeing as they would have a second officer to do this, and they'd know what they're doing, wouldn't they? They would know what they're doing. I'm just going to get this puppy down now. Okay, 120 knots, I'm fine. I'm sure that's good for gear extension speed. We're not lowering the gear. We're going to keep that power setting now, and I bet you I won't have to do much with the power settings with all the flaps coming out. It's actually accelerating quite rapidly. Down to 1,000 feet. Lowering stage of flaps. In fact, let's get another one going. Good. It's on our turn. The number one engine's failed. Wow. Wow, I climbed rapidly there. Like being inside the aircraft, is it? There we go. Turning now. Need a bit too much rudder there, but a little bit of rudder, you know, on this. Good, good, good. Yeah, just with the ball there. Yeah, rudder helps you a lot. You need to be a little bit on the rudders of this one. You know? Here's down 3 greens. Happy days. And the Pappy's a green for some reason. Maybe congratulating me. It's like during the, you know. Wish me luck, folks. Am I going to have to go around and be here all day? I don't really know. Number 1 engine's gone. I messed it up. Get it on the landmarks. Come on. Spend all day here. Make it a nice smooth one to end the stream in a good place. Get it on the center. There's. Oops, a little bit of a bounce there. Very smooth landing here then, must be. Good, 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 good. The nose wheel now is down. I'm on the center line. Don't need to brake at all. Flaps can come up. Flaps can come up. I'll just come to a halt here before I exit. I love the sound, but oh, I should have broke a lot sooner. There we go. Yeah, let's just get off the runway. Happy days. Very nice. I just park up. Butter landing, Angry R says. Yes. So, those of you who just joined, I love the way at a certain RPM, see the whole instrument stack shivers there? Look, watch here. See that? It's all shaking around. I love that. That's such a nice, you know, a nice bit of detail there, you know. Weston has now changed to something else. That's because I removed my community folder. Okay, that's fine. That's no big deal. So, what we've learned today is, I don't know what I'm doing. I kind of do now, you know, a little bit better. But it's important to know to know your aircraft, isn't it? You know, with engine failures and stuff. Let's come to a halt here, put the brakes on, and have a look outside. Yeah, so number 1 is gone. For some reason, I don't know why. Thank you very much, Cocoon Mantis. Is it Mantis? Mantius. Cocoon Mantius. Thank you for following. D-Future says, Flying Pirate is after your landing score. See you on Sunday. Great stream, good for some. Oh, D-Future's off. Thanks, D-Future, once again. So, folks, you know, what did we learn? We learned that there might be a bug at the moment with other DC6s in multiplayer, but it's really small thing. Also, this thing here caused havoc. Thank you so much for helping me out in that one, man. That was just great. That's something I've learned here today. I keep failing an engine because I'm not looking after the engines. I think you get the engineer. You got to fly this aircraft a certain way. You can't just fly it like you stole it, really. Otherwise, you start losing engines. We learned something about the props anyway. That lever has to be fully forward. How you feather one engine at a time, I'm not too sure just yet. But there's a blue light here, and that's signaling something with that engine. So we learned a few bits and pieces, okay? I enjoyed this immensely. I've learned an awful lot. I hope you have too. I would like to thank you all for staying on for so long. I should really shut down the engine, shouldn't I? Well, the quickest way to do that is just remove the mixture. It would be nice to have mixture controls. See, I'm using the mouse button there to shut off the mixtures. But they won't do anything. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But if we really want it to be cheap, we should use, you know, mixtures anyway. Can you help us shutting down? Cruise descent in range before landing, after landing.
Parking brake is set. Cut engines.
Stop parking. Let's see if he does it. Yeah, he's shutting the engines down. Let's see. Yes, he is. So you can get the. You just pull the mixtures back. That's all that is. So that's great. Look, guys, I'll be on streaming. I'll have a video out hopefully on Monday. I'm going to spend tomorrow and possibly Sunday getting it ready for a review of the DC from PMDG. It's been great. Angry Man says, great. Bye, great stream. See you Sunday's stream, and I'll see you as well. So, guys, J Max is apparently staying from damage. Okay, long-term damage. I'm messing it up. Anyway, guys, I'll see you definitely on Twitch on Monday. Sorry, Sunday, 9 o'clock Irish time, and my video, and then I'll be back on the 1st of September. But don't worry, between now and the 1st of September, I'll still be streaming on Sundays, and then I'll have a more broader schedule for my streaming from September 1st. So thanks a million, guys, for watching. I appreciate it. I didn't know so many people would be on, but look, I'll see you. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Sunday. And I'll just look for my outro button here. And good luck, and I hope you have a great weekend. See you soon.